Today we're going to play with a pretty pink palette for spring. One of the things that I've been seeing in a lot of the magazines lately is a monochromatic palette. So we're going to do sort of an homage to that. I'm going to do a much lighter version of it. A lot of times you see these looks in the magazines and they're geared towards a lovely 25-year-old complexion, which I sure wish I appreciated a lot more back then when I had it. But if we put on enough makeup to camouflage the skin so that the colors really pop, then we're going to look about 1,000 years old. So I'm going to interpret that look in a much fresher, lighter way. So wet sponge, primer, my favorite foundation for springtime is the Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue. Actually, this is my favorite foundation for just wearing on a daily basis. I have on-camera makeup and daily makeup, and this is my favorite because it's very light, it's very sheer. I have two shades that I play with. In the winter time, I like the Buttercream, and in the summertime, I go with the Ginger. So we are heading into spring, so this is going to be more ginger. It may be a teensy bit dark for my face right now, but I don't care. I like that. I want to have that lively, fresh look. I just dab it around to make sure it's fairly evenly distributed. And then start smudging. Stipple, sort of dab it where you want heavier coverage, and I'm always in a hurry, so just smear it on the rest of the place. Get my hair out of the way. Oh, by the way, dollar store, if you have a dollar store near you, that's the best place to pick up reading glasses in a gazillion colors, so you can always coordinate everything. And they're handy for holding back your hair. I like the Amazing Concealer in medium golden to cover up this red, and I also use it as a basic just around the eye. I like to pat it in with my fingertips. I feel like the heat from my fingertips will smudge it in a little bit better. And then sometimes I go in and use the sponge just a little bit further to smear it out if it gets into any lines. Generally, pink is not one of your more recommended eyeshadows to wear. It's a little risky because we all tend to be a little red around the eyes anyway, and we don't want to really, make that look redder. Now we're going to set everything with some powder. I like Neutrogena Shine Control for regular daily use. And for on-camera use, I like the High Def powder. So I'm going to show you the Neutrogena Rice Powder. This is my regular daily. So you can see that for a regular daily look, this powder is nice because it allows me that dewy look, and that's going to be fine for every day. Now, obviously, I'm doing an on-camera tutorial. We do things different on camera than we do in real life. Tickle. So a lot of times when you see the video tutorials, they're doing stuff that looks great for camera, but it doesn't look really good in real life. So don't put too much pressure on yourself to try to duplicate exactly what they do, because they don't even do exactly what they do. So since I am shooting a video, I'm gonna put on my high def powder so I don't look all shiny and glossy for the rest of this video. There we go. Now I'm completely matte. Let's get a nice blush on there, because otherwise we are just looking at super blandness and we might overdo other things. So I like to start with a blush. That way at least you look sort of pretty and healthy when you look in the mirror. I lose it sometimes. I will post as best I can the names of everything in the notes down below or on my blog, because some of this I've had for a long time and it may not even be available anymore. This is Bourjois Rose d'Or. Just a pretty soft pink, has a little bit of a shimmer to it. Apples of the cheeks. There we go, pretty pink apples. So for my eyebrows, let's get a little bit of liner on there so I don't look too plain while I'm doing my eyeshadow. This is Maybelline Light Brown. Short. I may go in after I do the eyeshadow and everything else and add a little powder to the brow, but I want to keep that brow pretty soft for a very fresh, pretty springtime look. I don't want to get that really on fleek eyebrow for this. My base eyeshadow is a MAC eyeshadow. This is Yogurt. Just a very soft, light pink. Just gonna put that on as a base. All over the entire eye area, all the way up to the brow. Now I'm going to put on, yikes, pink eyeshadow. And this is a pretty pink Bourjois. I don't know how to say it. My name is French. I took French in high school. High school was a long time ago. I'll pick that up in a moment. Just covering the eye right up a little over the crease. You can see right up through the crease, but not above the orbital bone there. For this look, I'm not doing a lot of contouring, or everything is just very soft. It's just sort of a wash of color. And you can see how pretty that is. Very just soft and pretty. Now for eyeliner, obviously I don't want to do pink eyeliner because I don't actually want to look like a rabbit. Black is a little harsh. I'm going to go with a very soft plum tone. And this is Almay, and this is designed for green eyes. Something that's interesting is that I've noticed is when I had red hair, my eyes were very blue. With silver hair, my eyes are very green. And I'm really noticing that silver hair is very much changing my color palette and what I'm wearing, and I'm still discovering that. That's why I'm sort of focusing on pink right now, because pink is something I've dabbled with as a redhead, but I really haven't had much pink in my life. So this is Almay. I'll look up the color when I can. Oh, I do have glasses on my head. Intense eye color, Raisin Quartz. And I'm just going to do a soft line on the top of the eye. Liners. I put on the smudge of purple there, and then I get a nice angled brush and I just sort of smudge it out and up a little bit. Not doing any lines under the eye. I have small eyes, it can tend to close them off a little bit, so for this I'm not doing that. I also want to keep a very fresh, bright, romantic look about this makeup. We are going to curl our eyelashes now. Do you like how I always say we? I don't even understand why I do that. It's not like I'm royalty, for all that I've been accused of being a princess. Mascara. For my lipstick, I'm going with my favorite lip stain. This is the Revlon Color Burst, but I had a little accident with it and I smudged the tip, so now it goes on way heavier than I want it to, so this may take a little maneuvering. When you're doing a super bright lip stain like this, you don't want it to be too opaque. You really want to have it be very, very subtle. So that's why I smudged it with my fingertip, and I'm still going to go in and do a little further. We're just going to take some paper towel and give that a blot. So that it's very soft, very sheer, very transparent, even though it's very, very bright. Now, sometimes you don't always want that bright a lip color. So for camera, I like a very bright lip color for camera. For real life, I don't like it quite so bright. So for real life, I'm gonna take sort of a cotton candy pink, Revlon. Strawberry. I don't think I want to go in and make the eyebrows any darker because I like having this very soft, romantic, pretty pink look. I'm going to keep the eyebrows in the softer state, just using pencil, not using any powder. And that's it. That's our soft, pretty pink palette, very monochromatic for 2016 spring. Have a great day.